always loved that song. I think it's so pretty. How's everybody doing? Oh, hope everybody's doing real good. I passed a sign out on the road next town over. It said tent revival that way. Oh, that's all we used to do when I was a kid. You know, my dad was a traveling preacher, and we'd go all over the country and put up a tent and have church in it. I hated it. Hated it. Because I was kind of the tent boy. You know, I had to do all the go around, make sure everything was tightened up. If it started raining, I had to put the curtains down. I mean, we had some good times too, but most of the time it was work. And I'm not against work. I'm not super for it either. So I was kind of torn, if you know what I mean. Remember, yeah, I remember getting in a fist fight at a tent revival. The drummer that was traveling with us, he started yelling at my dad. Well, when that got all done with and he went to walk away, I told my sister, I said, I'm going to go whoop him. And she said, no, Bubby, no. But I was going. He got up in the box truck, in the back of the box truck that we had carried the tent in. You know, the tent was already up. And I followed him in, and he was facing away from me, and I just stood there, and I said, what is your problem, fat boy? And that was his trigger word, trust me. He spun around, and he launched at me, and his forearm busted my face, took me right out. But he come out with me, and somehow when we hit the ground, he was on his back. So I was much smaller, more agile, if you want to call it that. So I was able to get up, and I just kept like acting like I was going to punch him, and he kept moving his arm, and finally, man, I hope this don't look stupid on camera, but he put his hand down just enough, and I popped him in the eye. So we both shook hands real quick because we realized what we just did. You know, we was teenagers. And so after we got done playing that night, we went down and sit in the front row while the preaching was going on. My dad kept looking at us when he was preaching, but he never said nothing. And years later, I told him about it, and he said, I was wondering what was going on because your lip was all big and fat, and he had a black eye, but nobody said nothing. Well, I wasn't going to rat him out. It was a friendly fight. I hope y'all have a good day. I hope tomorrow's a better one for all of us, because anybody ever ask you to do math, tell them no. No, I'm just kidding. Alright, but holler at me sometime later, hopefully tomorrow. Later. Oh yeah, thanks for hanging out with Cliff.